As you guys know, the reptile hobby has been under a lot of fire recently, talking about legislation. Since 2020 over to 2022, we have been nailed over and over and over again with these giant bills trying to ban the hobby and just ban the exotic community altogether. Of course, the biggest one out of that is going to be the Lacey Act Amendment starting in the American Competes Act. Now, that has really been the forerunner of everything with US ARC's issues being shown to light, and everyone knows about the Lacey Act Amendment and what to do to stop that bill. However, something that personally I always had in the back of my mind and something I was very concerned about just as equally was the North Carolina tegu ban, which unfortunately kind of took a back seat to this while the Lacey Act Amendments was happening. And the unfortunate part of this is the fact that we lost that fight. As of February 24th, it is now illegal to own tegus in the state of North Carolina. The bill was taken without any discussion from anyone such as USARC and NCARC and was pretty much a unanimous decision right away. It seemed while this bill was being drafted, the consensus was it was going to pass regardless of any stick-up and fight that we did for this. Starting August 1st, the Argentine tegu is now an illegal species to keep in North Carolina. However, if you are already in North Carolina and do have a tegu, permits can be obtained in order to have that animal. However, that permit is only valid for the one animal and through that animal's life cycle. After that animal passes, due to old age, whatever reason, you will no longer be able to own the tegu species of the Argentine black and white. From my understanding, this does cover the black and white tegus, the blue tegus, and the red tegus as well. When I talk about Argentine black and whites, I'm kind of clumping them all into that. The Colombian gold tegu still does seem to be an okay legally. I don't think it's okay in any other sense of the term. I think I'd rather have no tegus than a gold tegu. I'm sorry, gold tegu owners. This is it's a shock. I'm absolutely devastated by this. So what this means is unless I can move to North Carolina by August 1st and before August 1st and obtain those permits before that date, I will no longer be able to own my tegus if I still plan to move to North Carolina. And that's just, that's crazy, you know? This is, I've never been put in this position before of, having to choose between the place I live and the animals I own, and it's very, it's a shit situation to be in. It's very just mentally exhausting and trying to figure out, well, what do I do now? I know there's some people going to be out there that are like, Dakota, just get there before August 1st. There's absolutely no way. There's a 0% chance I'd be able to get there before August 1st. I'm not even able to ship animals out until like 3 to 4 weeks ago. That puts us in almost April. Animals are not even producing eggs yet. It's just like, I'd start getting babies ready to sell in July, which means I'd have to sell those animals and get the house, get the... it's not a thing. It just, it's not gonna happen. So now I'm left with this giant ultimatum that I am, very askewed with. I don't know what to do at this point. It really sucks that for people that don't know me, tegus were my dream reptile. It was my dream lizard from year one of being in the hobby when I found out about tegus, and it took me 4 years to make that dream come true. And now I've had tegus now for a couple of years, and we're even started a tegu breeding project, and just to see that all of a sudden be ripped away from me. And, to know that, there's a time limit now on my dream species is, it fucking sucks. I don't know what other words to say. It's a very, very awful feeling. I originally set out to move to North Carolina because of the freedom they possess through the exotic community. They're a very ungovernable or ungoverned state when it comes to those laws. It's very lax. People have the freedom to do and keep what they want. And now, not only... I'm honestly scared, you know? Like, is this just the beginning? Like, there are so few states at this point in time. Let's talk about 10, 15 years ago. Florida was the Wild West where you could own anything. Florida was the exotic central. And through those years, that's just been ripped away to now everything. Class 3 permit license. Everything's getting banned there. Of course, there was the huge tegu ban in Florida that started this whole thing. Florida was patient zero of the tegu ban. It's slowly been creeping up. We've got Georgia, I believe. South Carolina's already banned them. Now North Carolina. And it's just creeping creeping up this East Coast of not being able to own tegus, and it's like, it just makes me wonder, is this the it? Like, are my days as this business numbered? Are my days as, you know, just not me, myself, but, you know, thousands of other people that are living this dream, wanting to own not just reptiles, but exotic animals? Is the private sector numbered? Are its days numbered? Within this lifetime, those rights will just be ripped away from us. What to do now? Anything around here is just too expensive. Anywhere that's, you know, North Carolina was the place because it's cheap housing and lacks exotic laws, but anywhere else that also has the same criteria that I need has already banned tegus. North Carolina was like, that was kind of the it state for us to go, and now it's no longer viable, and I just, I don't know what to do. And you guys know, you know, I absolutely love tegus. They're an incredible species and with so many different ways, but I can't just think the tegu lizards are just such a small fraction, which what makes up not only DBCB exotics, but the person, Dakota, the family, me and Renee, our animals. We need to find a place to go. We can't stay here for very much longer. And so it's just like, I kind of just have to lose them, and that sucks. That sucks. Of course, nothing's set in stone right now. Who knows? Maybe NCARC's gonna put up as much of a fight as they can. I know they already are, but maybe they can get this switched. Maybe something can happen by the time before I move, but I gotta be a realist on this. As much as I want to be optimistic, it does seem that the tegus might have to go before we make our trek over, and that is that's gonna fucking rip me, man. It's just fucking bullshit. That it just, I grow such an affinity for my animals. I love each and every one of them, but the larger animals I definitely form such a stronger bond with, and just to make that bond and work with those animals for that long and create this relationship with them, just for some old ass dude to be like, nah, you can't come here with that anymore, and me having to then make the decision of, you know, what's best for the business and what's best for me. It's just gonna suck having to say goodbye to them, is what I'm getting at. Maybe a fucking miracle will happen and something will change and I can keep them, but you gotta be real. You gotta be a realist on situations like this, and as much as it sucks, you can't just put it away and hope everything will happen. You gotta figure stuff out. So, yes, a huge loss to reptile keepers in North Carolina, tegu breeders down there, and owners. It just seems this fucking virus, this just pathogen of tegu hate for some reason, is just creeping up more and more, and each coming month to year, where each state is just losing those rights more and more, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds anymore, man. This, I didn't think North Carolina. I understood Florida. It kind of makes sense, although it's dumb. It doesn't make sense, but I can understand it, right? There's, from the public's point of view. So South Carolina became a little bit more like, North Carolina, man. Tegus can't survive in North Carolina. It's all about an invasive issue. Tegus can't populate there. It's too cold. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. And it's like, what the fuck are they thinking? They're just passing these bans without, like, there's no excuse anymore. They're just doing it now. They're just going through with it and passing them without any rhyme or reason. It makes no sense anymore. And it's just happening. Guys for taking the time to watch this video. As always, I'm gonna have USARC's information. Make sure you are informed and up to date with our reptile laws and what's happening around us. We're getting our rights taken away left or right, people. We need to stay informed, stay in contact with our local government, to look at USARC to show us, you know, what is the way that we can prevent this stuff from happening. I truly would not wish this feeling on anybody. The feeling that I'm feeling right now, what I am sure hundreds to thousands of other people across, people that want to move to North Carolina are already in North Carolina, the breeders, the businesses, the pet stores, the keepers. I wouldn't wish this feeling that me and so many others are feeling right now. And we just got to do all we can to stop this. No one should feel this way. No one should have to choose between a place to live and their pet. That is just, it's inhumane. Folks, I'll see you next time with a more cheery video. I'm gonna take some time and, I don't know. Yeah, that's the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.